Hey, it's been a while since I've done a video, and I figured I'd do a quick one for you since I don't have a lot of time these days to do videos. I'm going to start a new series called My Favorite Settings. And today I'm going to show you my favorite settings on my favorite amplifier, which is the Engl Savage 120 Mark II. The two channels I'm going to show you today are the ones I most commonly use, which is Crunch 1 and the lead channel. So basically channel 2 and channel 4 on this amplifier. So let's hear how Crunch 1 sounds in a full mix, and pay attention to the bottom of the screen because all the settings will be right there for you to see. Now let's hear some isolated riffs on Crunch 1. I really love this channel. It's perfect for rhythms. It's actually saturated enough and has enough gain where some people could do leads on it, but I really love how tight and percussive it is for rhythms. It's got tons of great attack and fullness, and there's a really rich saturated tone there, but not overly saturated. It still remains very tight, but it's just got that perfect amount of richness, fullness, and saturation that I look for in a really good rhythm channel. I mean, it starts and stops very fast. It's got great fast attack, and it stops quickly, and there's no spillover when you're doing palm mutes. As you can see, I have the contour on with this channel, and it really does make a big difference in how it sits in a mix. And what's really cool about the contour switch on this amplifier is it pushes the right frequencies just the right amount so that it pushes the amp forward in the mix, and it doesn't cover up the top end at all. And to ensure that, you also get two separate presence knobs that you can assign to any one of the channels on the amplifier. So if you want just a little more cut, you could do that on this amp, no problem. Alright, so now let's move on to channel 4, which is my favorite channel in this amplifier. It breathes the most fire. It's so rich and has so much great texture and character and tons of gain and tons of saturation. You really can't go wrong with this channel. I also use the contour option on this channel, and it really does fill it up very nicely. And I use it a lot for leads, but you can also use it for rhythms. So let's hear how it sounds in a full mix when I'm playing a solo on it. Alright, so now let's hear some isolated riffs on the same channel. Now, I have this channel set up the same way I had it set up for leads, but I'm going to play some rhythms on it now, and you're going to hear how rich and full and saturated it sounds, but it still sounds really good for rhythms. Yeah, you could probably back the gain down a little more if you're multi-tracking with it, but with this setting I have on the amp right now, I could play both rhythm and lead on it and not have to touch the gain knob at all, and I think it sounds perfect for either way, especially for playing live. Alright, so one more thing I want to mention before I go. One of the biggest tricks that I've learned with this amplifier is make sure that, especially on the high gain channels, you want to crank the channel volume all the way up. It gives you that fullness. Otherwise, the amp kind of sounds like it's not breathing right and it sounds a little choked. So crank the channel volumes all the way up, especially on channels 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to get that really nice, big, filled up, full kind of sound that we're looking for. And the gain actually sounds richer and feels better when you're playing these channels, when you have the channel volumes cranked all the way up. And just attenuate with the master volumes. You get 2 of them that you can assign to any channel. So I highly recommend that you do that. So if you're thinking about getting the Engl Savage 120 Mark II, just freaking go get it. I'm not kidding you. This is one of the best amplifiers you'll ever play, especially if you're looking for an amplifier that has tons and tons of different tonal options. This has a ton of different ways that you can make it sound. I know you'll find a way or several different ways to dial it in that'll work perfectly for you. And on top of all of the different ways you can dial this amp in, I love the type of gain structure that this amp has. It's just really rich, it's thick, it's saturated, and there's lots of great texture. And this is one of the amplifiers that every time I play it, I feel like I have superpowers. I feel like I could do anything. I'm so supported. All the notes that I play, everything rings out like it should. Everything feels great. There's tons of great sustained, and all the weird harmonic dive bombs and all the crazy stuff I do, it just sustains for days, and I just know it's got my back. Every time I play anything, I know the amp's going to be like, I got this, dude. Just freaking hit that note, and I'll make it sing all freaking day for you. You know, it's just got such great, great tone and feel, and I really can't emphasize enough how great this amplifier feels to play, and I feel so secure and supported every time I play it. I know those weird words like secure and supported. We're talking about metal amps, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Like when you're on stage or you're in the studio or you're writing or playing or practicing or whatever, you just want an amp that doesn't die out on you. It's just got all this great texture and sustain and support for all the notes that you play, and this amp really does that very well. Well, I hope you liked this video, and I will try my best. You guys know I'm really busy this time of year, but I'll try my best to do more videos like this with my favorite settings on all my amps on the shelf here and some of the ones that are not on the shelves. I got some over on the floor there that I'll be bringing in to do some videos with those as well. These are going to be quicker videos, but it allows me to do more content for you guys while I'm busy. So please give me some feedback and let me know what you think of the video. Hopefully this helped you out if you're trying to decide on whether or not you should buy this amplifier, or if you have it and you want to tweak it and try my settings out, and let me know what you think of those settings if you own this amplifier. I'd like to hear from you. Well, to all my subscribers, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because I got a lot of great stuff coming up. And I'll see you on the next one.